Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to the channel, welcome back anyone who's already following the Moon Magic Tarot channel, and welcome to anyone new. Now today we are asking Spirit for an immediate message, something you actually really do need to hear right now. So that's our question for our readings, and I'm also potentially, I think, going to draw some cards to get the heads up for the next week as well while we're doing this, so we'll get an immediate message and then really look at the next 7 days for you as well, see if any information is coming through that would be really important for you to know. Now I am seeing this for pile 1 actually, and this for pile 2. And I'm actually seeing that one there for pile 3. So these are going to be our 3 cards to sort of guide you into the readings. And I will draw some runes and charms as well for anyone who likes that little bit extra. So pile 1, you have Beta of Spirit Wolf. And this is card number 23. So this is for pile 1. Okay, pile 2, we have Garuda Supana, and this is 42. This is not card number 42, Garuda Supana. And then pile 3, we have Bastet of 174 Hertz. And this is card number 13. Okay, now if any of you already know which of these cards is really speaking to you, which of the readings is really singing to your soul, then the timestamps are in the description box below, so you can dive straight to the readings if you wish to. And I have runes and charms here to draw. So pile 1, you have the rune of Aries, Defense, and the Tree of Life. So that's the rune of Defense. That is your charm, beautiful Tree of Life. Okay. And pile 2, oh, I can feel that rune really sticking to my fingers. You have the rune of Breakthrough, Degas, and your charm is the most beautiful leaf. Look at that. And she has like a little hole in it as well. I say a little hole, just a little, like something's nibbled it, actually. It looks like something's nibbled your charm, nibbled your leaf. Okay, and then pile 3. Oh, my language is all over the place today. I wonder what's going to happen in the reading. Sometimes I seem to invent words. You're very good and kind and lovely, beautiful souls. That's telling me how great they are. So thank you. We have Othilla, the rune of inheritance, actually, of inheritance, gain, separation. And then you have the most beautiful dragonfly. How stunning is that? Okay, so that is pile 3. Okay, I will leave the video running just a little bit longer for anyone that wants a bit more time, but you can always press the pause button as well if you wish. And I will see you, beautiful souls, in just a moment in the readings. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. This is actually quite remarkable because Aries, the rune of defense, and this card, Beta of Spirit Wolf, talk about almost exactly the same things. The rune of defense speaks of being able to kind of move patiently in a way that you can be aware of potential. It's like knowing how to navigate intuitively, being patient, taking something step by step, knowing intuitively when to move forwards and when to be patient. And so you kind of avoid or avert any difficulties, learning not to respond defensively, but to be acting with care and almost intuitive guidance. This card speaks of exactly the same thing, actually. So I'm actually going to probably read to you, I think, maybe. Let's see if I can find it for you. Okay, 23. Where are we? 3, a bit further on. I just feel this is so in alignment that it is really worth reading it to you. It's quite remarkable. So I won't read the first bit, but what I will just read is this first paragraph down here. Spirit Wolf skillfully guides us through transition and uncertainty. He enhances instinct, intuition, and presence, so we can sense and avoid possible sabotage or traps and intelligently and safely find our way around them. Spirit Wolf tunes us into our instincts without creating paranoia or hyper-arousal. This is the medicine of awareness and engagement that comes from tuning in without fear rather than from defensiveness, suspicion, and building walls against life. They really are speaking of the same kind of thing, which I won't read anymore, but I just felt, as soon as I saw them coming out together, I thought, wow, especially with the Tree of Life, because it feels as though you're navigating, well, I guess whatever transition, maybe some big transitions that are taking you into a new phase of life or a new period of growth. I think before we say any more, or before I say any more, we better draw a ton of cards for you and see what else we are shown. Let's draw a Rumi card. May we please find out what this important message is, the immediate message is. We have music. The immediate message that Spirit wants you to hear. Spirit, may we please have information to show pile 1 what their message, their immediate message is going to be. Angel of Comfort. Okay. And let's see what chakra cards come through for you. I'm seeing that one and also that one. Okay, we have insecurity and facade. How interesting. Do you know, again, this card speaks, the story of this card speaks about someone who actually was quite defended, but found their inner child at the very end of their life. How interesting. Angel of Comfort. Your reading is fascinating. It's got a really, really interesting vibration around it. So pile 1, this is the root chakra, and this is the solar plexus chakra. Really looking at these colours connecting in here. I sort of feel like your message from Spirit in many ways is sort of advising you quite significantly, really, to be really patient with yourself. I think that you've had some really quite challenging times to face, and it's as if you're still navigating the residue of it. I don't think there's anything still around you, actually. It's more about navigating your sort of inner demons, really. This is what we're seeing here. I actually feel I want to dive straight into your tarot cards, because in a way I'm seeing the potential for you to be liberated. It's almost like to re-find your inner purity, your inner child, to drop your defenses and allow something in. Maybe even relationship. This can speak of, this music card can speak of love, of wanting a soulmate. And here we have we have an angel and a person, but nevertheless two figures together. It's almost as if there's something you really, really want. Can you lower your defenses enough to allow yourself to let it in, or even to attract it? It's either something that is around you and you're facing the challenge of how to allow yourself to have it, or there's been a challenge around you that you're still processing that might be still blocking you from moving on and having what you want, I think we should dive into some tarot cards for you. I have several packs here today. I was really drawn to 3 different packs, so we'll draw from all 3 for you. We have 3 showing up from this pack. Spirit, may we please ask, what is the immediate message that's needed for pile 1? What do pile 1 need to hear? Now, that's too many, but I am seeing those 3 for you. And we'll draw some more from this pack as well. I feel these need to kind of be put to one side, actually. Yeah, we'll look at those in a moment. These just may be giving you the heads up about the week ahead. Let's put them over there and look at these first. So you have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. You've got the 10 of Swords. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, there are actually 4. How interesting. Knight of Pentacles as well. Okay, well that's kind of cool. That's really fab. Okay, and then we have the 9 of Swords. How interesting. We've got the 9 and the 10. You've also got the 7 of Swords. Ah. And then you have the 6 of Wands. Okay, so let's have a look at where we can put these. We'll put this one here, I think. This one here and this one here. Maybe just in the middle. I'll go with this. I'm just going to leave them as they are there and see where we go. Okay, so how interesting. I think that you're actually at quite a significant turning point, but you can't quite see how to move forwards. You are going to move forwards. We'll look at these cards in a minute. Okay, there is actually something, I think, that you actually really do want, and I actually do think it's kind of right in front of you, but you're very defensive about it. It's like you can't quite allow yourself to believe that it's possible or that you could have it. It's taking you back historically, I think, with this 10 of Swords card. I think it's taking you back to times when things weren't good, and it's causing you to falter, really, in your resolve. But the Beater of Spirit Wolf and Awaz, the Rune of Defense, are saying, look, you're really clued up now. You don't have to be afraid anymore. It's like the fox. The foxes are clever creatures, stunningly clever creatures. They can work things out, actually, and they can move into new territory. Oh, someone's knocking on my door. Please bear with me. I am back, my beautiful souls. I always listen to everything that randomly happens like that, and I think something historically in your past stopped you in your tracks. I mean, seriously, it floored you. And you've really picked yourself back up. You've had to rebuild your world, some aspect of your world, literally, physically. You know, you've had to pick yourself back up, rebuild yourself. But you know what? It's left you with so many insecurities about moving on back into the world. Whatever it was a biggie. I mean, it really did. It floored you. It was massive. It's funny, you know, I was really struggling to connect a little bit with your reading initially, which is very unusual because the cards generally sing to me quite well, and that interruption just showed me what I needed. But I think it's partly because they think there is a high level of defensiveness around you, actually. Understandably, beautiful souls, you know, do not in any way give yourself a really hard time over this, because what floored you was big. So it's not surprising that you're coming out of this feeling, or you have come out of this feeling dishevelled, and you want to move forwards. It's like you want to come out of the darkness and hit that rainbow. And you know you do. You want to like dance and sing and be alive again. Spirit is really saying to you very clearly that you can do this. I actually feel like this reading is quite genuinely giving you the thumbs up. It's actually saying you can do this. And you don't have to be so fearful that you're not going to see something. It's like with the Nine of Swords. It's like it's all in a pickle. And you're fearful that you're not going to be able to gauge things, or that all of that could happen. What if it happens again? It's like, could you dare to let your defences down? Could you dare to let someone in, for example? And actually, really, Spirit is actually saying to you, look, I do think there is something you want with this Ace of Pentacles here, this light bulb card. There's something right in front of you that you actually do want, and you're really fearful about going for it. This is like giving you, it's like putting on the green light. That's what this is. It's saying to you, look, you can re-find your inner child. You don't have to walk through life being defended with a facade up that says, I'm all right. It's okay to be yourself. You don't have to brick yourself in. You've had to seriously rebuild on some level from something, whatever it was for you. But you know, Spirit is kind of saying to you, look, you have developed wisdom and you've grown from this. And you should not be holding yourself back anymore. Just take it gently. This is what your angel card is about as well here. The Angel of Comfort. In fact, let's put that card there and bring this in here. The Angel of Comfort is really saying, look, be kind to yourself. Number one, allow yourself to actually believe in that rainbow. Number two, take it steady. I want to say keep your eye on the thing you want. This fox has got like one eye open. Keep your eye on what you want. Don't lose sight of it. We've got these eyeballs looking in different directions, but I think this is where you end up getting a bit tangled, actually. Take your time, because you did have to really pick yourself up and rebuild. That's what I'm really seeing, and it really, really, really floored you. Honestly, what you went through kind of was one of those life-changing, it really felt like the end of the world kind of stuff, actually, however it was for you. And I'm sorry that you've experienced that. But you're at this point of this, it's like the light bulb moment. The light is coming on. I think you've probably really sunk into a place where you really felt quite detached really from life. It's really time to get out there. Kind of be a bit bold. Move forwards. Embrace what you want. Don't be afraid to be seen or heard. Really interesting when we have this card here as well. Look at those, look at the colours coming out here. This red and this striding, and this figure is striding. You've become very wise because of what happened. You're entitled to, I won't say start afresh. For some of you it is probably starting afresh in something. But to re-find your inner child, I think you're giving yourself a really hard time internally. You know, in many ways, insecurity, it's about the demons within. Now, it is possible for some of you, I guess, that something of this is still going on, but I am largely feeling, if I'm truly honest, that the message from Spirit is that this has happened already. And now it's about you moving forwards and giving yourself permission to kind of shout and sing. Even in the Knight of Pentacles, we've got musical instruments, a piano, a guitar, speakers, and this is the card of music. It's like finding your rhythm again. It's time to find your rhythm again. Believe in yourself. I think you sort of do believe in yourself. It's just that I think you believe in yourself, but it's like, well, isn't but a really big word sometimes? I think the but bit is like, if it's a big but, because it's kind of like you do really believe in yourself, but if the very thing you really want suddenly pops up in front of you, and I think for some of you, you do have your sights on something, it's turning your inner world into a pickle. It's like you're being turned inside out. It's like if you were flawed, let's say a relationship ended and you honestly thought it was the love of your life, or a business relationship ended and you thought it would be the most secure job ever, and you lost so much through this, and yet actually, you know, a part of you really, really, of course, wants whatever it wants to start again. But I think I think you've seen something. It could be that kind of dream job that you've applied for and you're really giving yourself a hard time, you're in a pickle over it. It could be that you've seen someone you really want to date, if you've had a really bad ending in a relationship, but you're turning yourself inside out on this one. And there's really no need. Let's look at these cards, because I think this is really an indication of the week ahead. Your reading and your message is really clear. Spirit is saying this is like putting the green light on. It's actually absolutely, this is a go. And you don't have to be afraid. This is another element of your message. You don't have to be afraid, because you're wise. If something doesn't feel right, you'll know about it. You know, you're on the case with these things. If something isn't right, your instincts will tell you. You know, you've been through enough to have really heightened instincts, but you don't want to be living in a defensive manner forever. And look at this. We have the Fool. If the thing that floored you was connected in any way to loyalty, as in somebody was disloyal to you, I think that you are moving into a place where there is a new beginning with somebody who will be loyal, somebody who does want to set forth with you. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Cups. How beautiful. Look, we have two nines. We have the Nine of Cups, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Page of Coins. How interesting. And then we also have the Six of Cups too. I think this is a week when you can move something forwards. This is really, really the week for you to step forward. Spirit is advising you that there is real opportunity for you to take a risk. Take a leap. If there is someone you really like, go talk to them. Take them a gift. Go and have a chat. If it's a new job, don't be afraid to go for it. Step up and be seen. Apply for that job. Let me move these down a little bit so we can see them all and put them in a row. I'm really seeing you sort of this week rising. So loyalty's coming through for you, I think, here. I think whoever was disloyal to some of you, whatever you lost, excuse me, yeah, for those of you that experienced the disloyalty, whether it was in an environment of work or an environment of home or friendship or whatever, something that you believed in, that you trusted in, that went wrong, I think what's in front of you is genuine, actually. And you're in a real pickle, because I think that you sort of know it has real potential. And I think that's why you're all a bit all over the place, because I think you know it has real potential, and that's why it's kind of churned you up. It's so easy, isn't it? I think conceptually, it's a bit like if we really are, I don't know, let's say you've had a difficult ending of a relationship, for example, and then you completely think you're ready to get going, and then you meet someone and you think they're amazing, and it floors you, because you're like, oh, how will this ever work out? This isn't going to happen, and you go through all of the self-doubt that's connected to the previous experiences, or even further back than that. Your reading is saying really go for it, and there is something this week for you to actually move forwards. It's up to you, of course. Spirit will only ever give you a message. It's entirely up to you what you do, pile one. But your message is actually really clear. It really is. There's an affirmation and a real, it's like they're bigging you up and saying, look, come on, you can do this. You're worthy of this. You're amazing. They're also saying, look, what's right in front of you could be very big. It's got longevity. So if you were let down in a relationship, for example, the one right in front of you that you've got your sights on has the potential to be longer term, to be solid, to put down roots. I am seeing put down roots with this tree of life. If there's a job offer available and you're thinking, oh, I won't be good enough, actually, this is suggesting that you should go for it. I mean, the Nine of Cups is just so full of, I always feel like it's a card of self-satisfaction. It's like, wow, I did it. So make the offer, step up, or send off the application, or speak to the person, or take a gift to the person, or pick up the phone and contact them. Because I think you're going to get a fairly immediate response, actually, that's really good. I feel like you're going to be feeling quite, almost like the reverse of the beginning of the reading, the reverse of the insecure card here. I think you're going to get almost like the recognition and the praise that you desire, and someone wanting to build something really solid with you, whatever this is, or the job offer, or the new relationship, whatever it is. So just cut yourself some slack. Spirit is saying you've learned from your experiences, so you don't have to be bound in this sort of what if it all goes wrong. It's really time to embrace everything that can go right, in the full knowledge that you're actually very, very adaptable now. You're very flexible. You'll be able to navigate your way through this sort of entry point to something new. Trust your instincts. It's the wolf energy, beta of wolf spirit, or spirit wolf. Trust your instincts. Follow it through. If it feels right, then it'll be right. There's a massive difference in what we feel between those intuitive feelings and our emotions that are present in the moment, that are telling us that something feels really good or really bad, versus the emotional kind of feelings that come from the past, which are a residue of the past and spark really challenging thinking patterns and negativity, and where you get into that mind loop and you're not okay, This is definitely giving you the get-go. It really is. It's really saying it's time. And you know what? If you take this step this week, if you reach out, I think, and yeah, it's okay, it feels risky, really feels risky, but if you reach out, I think you're going to get a really, really, really positive response. That's what I think. And then you'll be able to move forwards. You're going to start to feel like you're on the top of your game. It's like, isn't it? It's like admitting to someone that you really like them, and then they actually say, oh, I really like you too. And then it's like suddenly you're elated and you've gone from the most insecure place in the world to being on cloud 9, you know, literally at the top of your game, feeling amazing. It's like phoning someone up and asking if they've got any vacancies or whatever, because you'd love to work with them, or phoning them up to say, could I collaborate with you, or sending out an email or sending a gift or something. And they come back and they say, oh, wow, we would love to have you on board. You know, and suddenly you've gone from feeling really insecure to really feeling like, wow, I did it. I could, and not only did I do it, but I can do it. It's like you get back on top of things. And I'm seeing the potential this week for you to take an action that moves something forwards. That's what we're being shown here, along with that immediate message from Spirit saying, you know, whatever happened, whatever totally floored you, it's time to reach out. I do think there is definitely something in your sights that has caused you to have a wobble because you really want it, and that's why it's wobbly. If you didn't want it, think about that. Actually, that's part of the message as well, listening to your feelings. If you think about it, one of the reasons you're wobbling about it is because it's really, really good. You know, if it wasn't, or it's because you desire it. It's touched your desire. It's made you want to sing. It's made you want to get up and dance and shout and be alive. And actually, that's just telling you how important it is to you, because, you know, the bigger your insecurities, if it didn't matter to you and it was something that was like take it or leave it, whatever, you know, then you wouldn't be feeling insecure. We only feel insecure because we actually really want it, and therefore we sort of get into that zone of fearfulness about moving forwards. Everything in your reading is said move forwards. That's what it's saying. It's your choice, my beautiful souls, but that is what your reading is saying. And I do believe whatever this is for you, it has really significant potential to grow into something solid, big, real, loyal, decent, fab, rewarding, joyous, passionate. So why not go for it, pile 1? Why not go for it? That's what we're being shown, definitely. Pile 1, I love your reading. I am really, really sorry about what happened, because I can really see how much that really, really like pulled the rug out from under your feet in a really big way, and you've really rebuilt yourself up. You really have. So way to go. I mean, seriously, way to go. My hat goes off to you, because it takes courage to rebuild. However, we can rebuild but remain in a safe defensive place, or we can rebuild and genuinely then step out and reach out for what we really desire. And this is what your reading is about. This is one of those moments. Pile 1, tons of love, sending you the biggest hugs ever. Definitely you could take a risk and go for it if you wish to. It is certainly what your reading is suggesting. Pile 1, thank you for being here. This is your reading. Thank you for all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all of the things that you do that support the channel, buying my moon diary and journal. All of you who've been purchasing that, thank you so, so much. You guys are just awesome. Thank you, all of you who are on Patreon, where I do my big zodiac sign readings. There are zodiac sign readings in my moon month video here on YouTube. Beautiful souls, if you're interested in any of my other readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And if for some reason they don't, I've never worked out the YouTube algorithms. If you go to the Moon Magic homepage and just then click on videos, you'll see all of the videos that I upload, including the moon updates and all of the different things that I do. So, and there are a ton of readings there, so you can always, if you're having a wobble, just find another reading. You know, you can always find a reading. They are there as like a resource. You can touch base with any of them. They are timeless readings, all of them. You know, there's a few that are tied into certain specific moon phases and things like that. But overall, I always believe if you know, just trust, if you find the right reading, or you're drawn to a reading, it will almost always be the right one for you. Pile 1, tons of love. Have an amazing week. I look forward to reading your comments as the week progresses. Let us know, keep us posted about what this is, and if you do step out of your comfort zone, drop us a line in the comments. Let us all know. This is a lovely community. It's always really, really good to read your comments and hear how you are, evolving and, building your lives in the most amazing ways. Tons of love, pile one. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading. You have Garuda Supana. Now, Supana actually means to have powerful wings and fly well. And the rune of breakthrough suggests a turnaround of something, actually. You will draw more cards to ask what Spirit wishes you to know about right now. It could be a breakthrough in a certain situation, something that has been feeling either stuck or I don't know, maybe there's been some lower vibrational stuff going on. I mean, everything in this card is about rising above, about wisdom and the discernment through wisdom, with the removal of any kind of ego stuff. Let's draw oracle cards, see what else we are shown for you. I really am mindful of the fact that it looked like somebody has nibbled your leaf. Okay, that was just really came through at the beginning. You have the Angel of Comfort. That's interesting because that came out in pile one, actually, that Angel of Comfort card. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, there's your card straight away. Silence. Ah. Okay. Your message is beginning to come through very, very clearly, actually. Let's just draw a couple more cards. And there's your first. Coming straight out, soulmate. Okay. This is the root chakra. And then you have dissipating as well. How interesting. This is the solar plexus. Gosh, there's like two different energies here. I've got the breakthrough moment. There are two different energies here. On the one hand, we've got this just be silent and observe message coming through here. Notice, eagles fly high. Garuda is a spiritual eagle, having powerful wings to fly well. You're needing to listen to something rather than speak, to see something. Look at this from the higher realms here. To observe something, to rise above and look down at a situation, to look at it from above. What is the dissipating card telling us about your situation? What has nibbled at your leaf? How interesting, we have the canary here as well. This is, do you know, I want to say, don't let an opportunity pass you by. Okay? Don't miss out on something. Yeah, that's what's coming through here. Don't miss out on something. Observe and notice. There is a way to navigate something without... There's an opportunity in front of you, my beautiful souls, but it may not appear to be an opportunity. There's going to be a different way of approaching it with the rune of breakthrough, whatever this opportunity is. If you get still and notice and observe, listen to what's being said, you'll know what to do. Okay? You'll know how to respond. You'll know how to navigate this. Yeah, slow right down with the Angel of Comfort as well. This is one of those moments of where action, I'm not saying action won't be needed, possibly. We're going to draw your tarot cards to see. But there is a situation when you're your key message here is to slow yourself down and be an observer, because when you observe and listen, you'll really, really clearly know what to do and how to approach it, okay? There's a way of doing something here, and Spirit is saying you can do this quite easily, but you need to rise above and hold the higher perspective. Let's draw more cards for you and see what we're shown here. Okay, I'm seeing this. And actually, I'm just seeing those 4, in fact. That's what we are getting from here. We will get I've got 3 different tarot packs today, actually. Now I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to look on the base of the pack as well. How interesting. You have the 9 of Swords. This also came out in pile 1. How interesting. I wonder if there's an overall sort of energetic of maybe people getting a little bit tangled in things unnecessarily. Well, we do, don't we, as human beings? Let's look at the rest of your cards. So you have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Fab. You have the 3 of Swords. You have the Page of Pentacles, and you have the 4 of Swords. How interesting that we've got the 3 of Swords and the 4, because I just feel there's a movement forwards with something here. Yes, Father of Wands, Mother of Cups. How interesting. Okay, I'm going to put those just there. There's something you're not yet seeing. And I think we'll draw some clarifying cards actually for you. Pile 2, that's what we're going to do. We'll draw some clarifying cards as to what it is you're not seeing. What Spirit is saying to you is, I'll check in on this card in just a moment, or say more about this card rather, but I feel like there's an opportunity right in front of you not to be missed. You know, there's almost a danger of perhaps not even seeing it for what it is, not seeing the opportunity for what it is here. Maybe being just too bound up in something. Spirit is saying, slow down. There's something here that can be cultivated, something to be cultivated right in front of you, and it will have a very beneficial outcome. And I'm almost seeing you being not exactly complacent. That's not quite the right word, but it's as if you haven't quite realised the potential in something. That's what's coming through. Like a little caterpillar coming along and nibbling this leaf, and somehow there's a little indentation of something here. It's almost as if that there is actually something that's far, far bigger. There's more possibility here than just a little nibble. Maybe you've tried something with a little nibble. Maybe you've had a little taste of something and you weren't really sure about it. But actually within that situation, there's a breakthrough, a turnaround, a different something coming that will be really, really beneficial. Really beneficial, because you've got Father of Wands and Mother of Cups. It's like there's a taste or a flavour of something you've tried. Maybe nobody nibbled your leaf. Maybe you nibbled a leaf. But there's like this little taste of something. Get still. Listen. Be silent. Listen. Observe. Notice. Even take some time out if you need to. There is something in a situation around you that can be cultivated. And through its cultivation, it can really, really be of great value to you. We get a result here with Father of Wands. I always think when we get like a king and a queen coming through, there's a union or a connection energetically. It doesn't necessarily mean it's you know, like literally people, though it could be. But there's a connection here. And with the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands, this is passion. It's the capacity to transform, to make things happen. Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I mean, she is so emotionally aware. What a combination. Though it is interesting, isn't it? Fire and water. What do we get? We get a lot of steam. We get an awful lot of steamy passion. On the other hand, we can get steam and a bit of fireworks. Nine of Wands in the middle. There is a different way of approaching something here. That's what we're being shown. There's something to be cultivated, approached, that will move something forwards in actually quite a relaxed fashion. And something that could have just gone by the way, as it were, an opportunity missed. There's something that could go by the wayside. It doesn't mean that a circumstance will not prevail again. Spirit will often bring things back to us if we miss something the first time. But this is an opportunity to see what you need to see, or hear what you need to hear, in order to move something forwards. It needs nurturing, but it would be an opportunity missed if you don't seize it. Okay, that's your first message coming through here really clearly. And interestingly, the different way of doing something, whatever it is that's worth cultivating, I think it's actually very liberating. It's really assisting you in moving beyond something that has felt conflictual in some way within you. Let's ask specifically for you. Let's draw clarifying cards. Rather than just look at the week ahead, let's draw clarifying cards. What is this about? May we have more information, please? So you have the King of Coins. Spirit, may we ask for clarification, please, about this situation? We have the Fool. And we have the Magician. Okay. Yeah, there is an opportunity around you for something that is absolutely the case here with the King of Coins. Another King. And the Fool, but it means doing something differently. It's like not just like stepping out of your comfort zone, but not following a pattern. It is coming through here. If you normally follow a pattern, if something happens and your response to something is, do you know what, I'm just going to go home and watch the telly, you know, I'm not going to step up into that. This is saying, look, if you do step up and you do it differently, you're going to get seriously good results. Like I say a soulmate connection, but it's like, I will say that whatever the outcome is, it's kind of like a match made in heaven, whatever the situation is for you. If there's relationship potential, then it's like stepping up and saying something to someone, telling the truth, saying how it is, but also listening, because if you listen, you'll see how the other person feels. This is what's really coming through here. Yeah, this is a time to listen. There's something happening around you and there is a different way of approaching it to your normal pattern, okay? And we're seeing you completely capable of literally magically transforming something, of having an outcome that you desire. The key here is it's got to be a two-way thing here. So it's like listening, observing, noticing, and then you know how to act accordingly, because it becomes really obvious to you. But so that sort of reacting in a different way part that was coming through then, it's also like, you know, we all have what I would call kind of repetitive behaviours within us. It's just a human thing. But this is like stepping away from those repetitive behaviours, doing it completely differently, not saying or doing your usual response, doing it completely differently, and then reaping the rewards from it. And it is a risk, isn't it, to say something differently. If you know, it's like if you have an argument with someone and your default pattern is to sort of, you know, go home and, I don't know, veg out on the sofa, and rather than doing that, you actually go and you say, do you know what, can we sit down and talk about this, because I really care about you, and you know, this relationship is too important, or my friendship is too important, could we just talk about it? There must be a better way of achieving this. And actually it changes everything. It's liberating. There's a different way of doing it. And I think there's a need within something to get still and rise above any habitual thinking patterns, behavior patterns, and then from that position, through being an observer and really noticing, it's not just the circumstances, it's noticing you as well, noticing any internal patterns, and then you can do something with it. I have a saying coming through that's is it, I'm trying to think what it is, but it's like another man's something is another man's poison, or something. With the snake, the poison, it's like there's something around you, my beautiful pile 2, that is loaded with opportunity. If any of you were drawn to pile 1, there may be some connections. I will just say that because several of the cards are the same in this reading, but I won't say any more than that. But you can cultivate something here, and you can see a very different outcome to your normal way of being. And the overview, the listening, the silence, the stillness, the rising above, is not just looking at what's going on around you and anyone else or the circumstances that you're involved in. It's actually about looking at yourself and choosing to do it differently. And it's very empowering, because if you step out of those habitual ways of doing things, you're going to see results. That's what we're being shown here, seeing results. Let's draw some more cards just to ask for a little bit of an inquiry. Spirit, may we ask about this coming week? Is there anything that's being indicated this coming week? Will we see an outcome of something potentially here? If pile 2 do actually step out of their comfort zone, but do something differently, or notice and approach it from a non-reactive position. Let's have a look at your cards. Yes, so we have the card of the devil. My apologies for the post-its, but I had a video actually taken down from YouTube because it said it was too revealing, and so now I've got bigger things. I did have smaller stickers, but on some of the cards I've got larger ones. But this is a cutting cords to something, letting go of something that would previously have given you a problem. There's a liberation here by doing it differently. It literally frees you up. You have a real sense of freedom. Learning to listen is part of this. Listen, observe, notice. It means that the world can become your oyster. Something comes to an end because you do it differently. And because it comes to an end, you get unexpected rewards and gains. And don't you just, we've got the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. I'm seeing something, a different way of approaching this, a different way of moving forwards, a kind of an earthly resolution, an earthly commitment, an earthly resolution. Pile 2, everything in your reading is really saying from Spirit that get still, listen, observe, notice. There's a different way to approach something. And by approaching it differently, and not in a way that you would have habitually, I mean, we all do it, don't we? Repeated patterns, or reacted in an autopilot kind of way. There's a different way to do something, and if you get still and listen and notice, this will really emerge in the most positively empowering way. Literally, you'll find a resolution to something. The answers you desire will come to you. But I think you'll see a real resolution. I don't think the answers are just in your head. I think something very real and pragmatic will actually move forwards from your situation through getting still, noticing and observing and doing it differently. This is what your reading's saying. And in looking at the heads up for the week ahead, I think if you're able to do that, then, because that's the breakthrough moment, the turnaround, then you will be released from something. It will alleviate you. It will release you from something that's been holding you back. Something will reach a conclusion and move forwards in a very pragmatic, real way. Pile 2, this is actually very lovely. The power is actually in your hands, which I'm really enjoying. It may not feel like it, because you may feel a bit autopilot-y, but whatever is going on around you, and whatever the circumstances where there is a different way of doing it, you're in a position to to be significantly empowered, liberated from something that's been a problem for you, whether that's a practical, real, external thing, or whether it is an internal pattern of thinking and a repetitive autopilot response. And maybe, for some of you, I think it possibly is both, that the two go hand in hand. But this is a result, actually, simply by getting still, listening, rising above, noticing, observing, and then being responsive rather than reactive. Do it differently, my beautiful pile 2. And seriously, I think kind of the world's going to be your oyster. We're just looking at so much energy to move forwards, really. And it feels like there is a commitment to a path forwards that will be really, really fabulous from whatever this circumstances that's around you that is not feeling quite right for you in some way, or you're needing to rise above it basically and look at it differently. Pile 2, this is your reading for this week. I do post these every Sunday, plus others in the week. The pick a card readings that I do in the week tend to answer very specific questions. They're usually on a different subject, like, I don't know, how will this situation work out, or what's the next step I can take. We ask for all sorts of things, and do write your questions in the comments. I always, whenever anyone asks for a reading, I put it onto my list, and when I am preparing for my readings, I check in and I follow through with whatever is coming through for me in that moment. So do make requests in the comments. It's absolutely super lovely to read for you. It really is. It's a privilege. So and it's lovely to read with subjects that you're asking for. So beautiful souls, don't be afraid to ask. Thank you for being here. If you would like to get notification of any of my readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. If they don't, I have never got my head around the algorithms, honestly, on YouTube. So if you just check out the Moon Magic homepage, Moon Magic Weekly Tarot homepage, and go click on the videos, you'll be able to see everything that I'm uploading, from moon updates. The all zodiac sign readings are in with the big moon update as well. All the other readings that I do, and there's also a timeless playlist with loads and loads and loads of readings. And you can always find a reading if you have a question. All of those readings are there as like a resource, really, so you can check in at any time if you feel you just need to touch base for some reason. And do scroll through the timeless readings, because there are so many answering very specific questions that may be of value to you. Beautiful pile 2, thank you so much, and thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. All of these things really do help to promote the channel. It's a privilege to be connected with all of you. Tons and tons and tons of love. Hey pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Bastet of 174 Hertz. You have the beautiful dragonfly and the rune of Othilla. This is the rune of inheritance, of gain, of separation. I feel your reading is actually inviting you to slow down. Something is being transformed. You're outgrowing a situation, and rather than being in a hurry about it, in this transformation, you're being asked to slow down. For some of you, even heal from something in this process of transformation. Kind of stop and smell the roses, see through the illusion of something. Let's just draw cards for you and see what we are shown. May we please Spirit, have a message, an immediate message. Angel of Success, well, for pile 3. Okay, so we have a major affirmation here for you, Angel of Success. How absolutely delightful. Yeah, I feel like success is coming. You don't have to push for this. You don't have to make it happen. Slow down, smell the roses. It's on its way. Remove pressure. Look at this. You have the card of the Fool and you have the card of Quest. You're the first reading out of these 3 that has had 2 from this pack. Let me move these over for you. One moment, so we can get them into view a little bit better. I hope that's showing up okay. Yes, I think we can do that. Yeah, fab. How amazing. Right, you really are coming through something and out the other side. There's something that's emerging. You've been on a quest, you've been on a mission. Success is coming to you. It's like climbing something, climbing to the top of something. Stop and smell the roses. What you desire is coming. The success is coming. You don't have to make this happen. It's on its way. This is just going to emerge. It's like a snake shedding its skin. You know, it doesn't have to strive to shed its skin. The skin is going to be shed because it's outgrown the situation. It's got bigger. It's become a, I don't know, it's instead of being a big fish in a small pond, it's become a bigger fish and it's moving to a bigger pond, and that's happening. It's like, this is it. See through the illusion. You don't have to force something. Slow it down. Enjoy the journey. The success, the result is coming. May we please have some more information? Oh, I haven't drawn your chakra cards yet. I was diving into your tarot cards. Let's look at your chakra cards first, my beautiful souls. There is one and another. Okay. We have wisdom and impartiality. Okay. Super cards. So this is your crown chakra here. And this is your heart chakra. Something is coming to fruition for you, beautiful souls. You just be balanced. You don't have to force something to happen. This is your first message coming through so, so clearly. Even the Fool has climbed to the top of a looks like it's climbed to the top of a mountain. You're on a mission. You're on a quest. You're achieving what you want to achieve. It's happening. Slow it down. Relax. Have a balanced life. Whatever you are doing, it's going to emerge. It's going to happen. Stop and smell the roses. The success is coming to you. Literally, it's in the palm of your hand. Truly, you may not quite see it yet, but it's in the palm of your hand. The success, the gain, the inheritance, the thing you want, it's in the palm of your hand. You don't have to force this. You don't have to make it happen. Relax, enjoy, smell the roses, love the journey. The snake will shed its skin. That's happening. This is your message. Slow down, enjoy. Don't make this into a, it's like you could make an effort in a way that would make it hard work, or you could just slow down and cherish every second. And you know what? It's happening anyway, so why not slow down and cherish every second? And the energy of your cherishing it is just going to make it so super lovely. So, I mean, you know, it's a no-brainer really, isn't it, I think? Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I am seeing, do you know, let me just shuffle again. May we please have an immediate message. It's this one for my lovely pile 3s. Okay, 2 of Cups. Yeah, this is happening. We have the Hermit. We have the Star. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is moving forwards. Whatever your quest, your mission, whatever you're manifesting, okay, whatever you are manifesting, whatever you're creating, whatever you're desiring, whatever you've put into your new moon wishes and intentions and you're wanting to come forth, it's coming, okay? It really is coming. It's going to come to fruition. It's going to be amazing. It's going to bring about the new beginning that you wanted. You're going to transform. You're going to see through, well, you're being asked to see through the illusion of almost that you have to force something to happen. This is happening. Take time out. Chill out at home. I love this. It looks like a little gingerbread house. Take time out. Chill out. Relax. Enjoy. This is on its way. It's going to happen. It's going to emerge. I don't think it's going to emerge like speedy fast. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, it's a forward motion energy. It's the knights are all happening, but it's an earthy energy. So it's going to manifest in real terms. The success is coming. Enjoy the journey. Do what you love. And do it for the love of it. Do it for the love of it, rather than because you have to. You know, it's like shifting your perspective in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, be balanced. If you're working so hard that you're not making any time for love, then, you know, or your family, or, you know, your relationships or your friends, then bring that back into balance, because everything here is saying this is important. Bring it all back into balance. Everything is emerging as it should, and this is moving forwards. You need to have no doubts about the ultimate success of whatever it is that you are manifesting and desiring. The success is absolutely coming. This is your primary message, pile 3. Your primary message is Spirit is saying to you, this is the immediate message that Spirit wants you to hear right now, which is slow down. Chill out, enjoy the journey, relax, be balanced in your approach. Let's draw some more cards. May we have more information perhaps, please. We'll also make some inquiry. Perhaps let's make some inquiry about the week ahead. May we ask something about the week ahead. So you have the 3 of Swords, and you have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, don't tie yourself in knots. Honestly, don't tie yourself in knots. This is a reading. It's really interesting. Sometimes a reading will truly, honestly, it will say, anyone who follows my readings will know. Sometimes, and I will always say how I see it, because I think that's what we have to do as readers. You know, sometimes the reading will really say, come on, you need to take action. Don't sit back. It's time to, you know, and so, you know, that's there in some readings, even today. But with you guys, whatever it is that you are manifesting, working on, this is really telling you, because you have something that's going to be really, really very successful, whatever it is. It's going to get there. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen with so much more joy and love and so much self-satisfaction if you cherish every moment. But if you see it as a slog or a hardship, it's like writing an essay, isn't it? If at the moment you are having to write a dissertation, for example, or you're at uni and you're writing your end of term something, or you've got to complete something in the next few weeks or whatever it is, or you're on a project, or you've got a report, or anything. It could be anything. But it's kind of like if you're there and you're just thinking, oh, I've got to do this, and this is such hard work, and oh, why did I ever sign up to this course? And you're going over and over it. You're tying yourself up, and it's lowering your vibration. Actually, if you look at it and think, wow, actually, this is a really, really interesting paper to write. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it, but do you know what? I'm going to take it step by step by step, and I am going to cherish the learning in this. Now, if you approach it that way, your whole vibration has changed, and not only are you going to love every second of it, but it's going to emerge with all of that energy in it. You know, it's like when we cook a meal. If we do something, if somebody cooks a meal and it's really done in a major rush and a hurry, and it's you know, just as fast as it can be done because I've got to cook, so I better do that. And it's never going to taste as good as a meal where we take time and we treasure the cooking of it. It's like all the love that you put into the preparation and the joy of the food that energy will be in the food itself when you eat it. And it's exactly that. It's like change your resonance, and within that you are being asked to chill out and slow down and be relaxed and balanced about this as well. Don't tangle yourself in knots. Don't be on a mission. Just allow it to happen and work with it, whatever this is for you. That snake skin is being shed, and the reward, the inheritance, the gain is coming. Let's ask for detailed information, perhaps just about this week ahead for you. You have so much of an affirmation here. That's absolutely for sure and absolutely certain. May we have an affirmation, please, for pile 3, or a confirmation of the week ahead. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups. How interesting. This is a card of disappointment, but I think the disappointment is partly you feeling disappointed in yourself in some way, putting yourself under pressure. Fear of getting it wrong, fear of this is what I'm seeing, fear of getting it wrong, fear that it isn't going to work out, or it won't emerge, or it won't be as successful as you want it to be. We then have the Queen of Coins. Truly, it's going to happen. And the Tower, it's happening anyway. This is happening. It's going to happen. And look at this. This is the card of success. This is the card of victory. 6 of Wands. I'm seeing you riding forwards. Do you know the key for you this week, truly, is not to tangle yourself in what you think you should or shouldn't be achieving. Look after yourself, be balanced. The Queen of Coins, she has such a lovely earthy energy. I always think she is the queen of self-care. Remember, you know, self-care is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of consciousness. Okay, I feel like I need to repeat that to you. Pile 3, self-care is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of consciousness. Look after yourself. You can still keep your eyes on your targeted intention. What you're working on is happening anyway. I feel like the big breakthrough is coming. Something's going to take hold. Something's going to emerge. The dragonfly, the snake shedding its skin. The reward is coming. The inheritance, the gain is coming. This is definitely a reading when you don't need to force something to happen or to push yourself. Be relaxed, be balanced. This is literally a smell the roses, enjoy the journey. Don't get tangled in setting yourself unrealistic goals and targets that are not achievable, and then you get to the end of the day and you just feel disappointed because you didn't achieve it. You know, ditch that. You're much better off getting still, relaxing, taking some time out. Do you know, there's been loads and loads of scientific research. I remember reading a study. I'm afraid I don't know where it is because I read it so long ago, but it was fascinating. They talked about the way people can immerse themselves in a problem, and then they did this with like MRI scans. So they were looking at brain activity, and people would immerse themselves in a problem that needed to be sorted, and literally tie themselves up so that they were tangled in it completely, and then they would put it down altogether, literally lay it to rest, put it down, head off, go out, have a chill out night, I don't know, watch a movie, stay at home, watch a movie, eat chocolates or whatever, drink wine, call some friends, just have a nice time. And then suddenly they then, you know, get up in the morning, have a nice relaxing bath, and bingo, in the bath, that moment would happen of inspiration. They would know the answer, or they'd know what the next step was, or there would be a flow of incoming energy. It would be like if you're a writer and you have writer's block because you're trying so hard, you're so tangled in the plot and trying to work out who's going to do what next and how. And actually, if you just go chill out, stop, that inspirational moment, the flow of the plot will come to you and you'll come back refreshed and invigorated. The success is coming, whatever this is for you. This is all about how you approach it. And what we're seeing this week, really asking about the energy of this week, is putting that guidance into practice. And we're seeing some kind of a breakthrough moment with the Tower. It's like the change, the shift is coming. The shift in the energy. What you can do is shift your energy to a place of impartiality, of balance. So you're looking at things from a balanced perspective rather than being tangled in things. See through the illusion of having to force something or having to complete the novel by the end of the week or whatever it is that you're doing. Remove that attachment to the outcome, and the outcome will then arrive way more successfully than you could possibly have imagined. The key is to enjoy the journey. This is your reading for this week, pile 3. It's all about enjoying every moment, savouring every moment, smelling the roses. If you do get bound in something, then bind yourself in it and then consciously put it down. And go indulge in some serious self-care. And when I say indulge, I don't mean in a negative way, I mean in a positive way. Pile 3, this is your reading. I'm loving this because I feel like it's just the sort of advice that we often don't allow ourselves to hear or to receive. So I hope that you are able to hear it and receive it and apply this for this week for yourselves. Beautiful pile 3, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a privilege to read for you. If you'd like to get notification of my readings as soon as I post them, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And to be honest, if they don't, because I can never work out the algorithms on YouTube, if you check out the Moon Magic Tarot, Weekly Tarot homepage and click on videos or the Timeless Readings playlist, you can, obviously if you go on videos, you can see whatever I've uploaded as soon as I upload it. And if you click on the playlist, there's a Timeless Readings playlist. It's full of readings all about, you know, different questions, asking different questions at different times. It's just a resource really there for you at any time to access if you feel you need to touch base and find a reading. I always trust that whatever time a reading is put up, when we find it, it's the right time for us. Pile 3, have a very, I'm going to say chilled and yet I think productive week, because I think the outcome of something is really going to shift and move forwards for you in a really successful way. Everything is about success here. Your mission, your quest, but you don't need to be on a mission. This new beginning, this emergence, these opportunities, whatever it is that you are needing, you know, literally you have this in the palm of your hand. This is coming anyway this week, so you know it's like the energy is right for this, so you don't have to force it. Beautiful souls, I am thrilled to read for you. Thank you so much, and yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say. Thank you all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing and commenting as well. It's really super nice. Do keep us posted in the comments. It's really lovely to read your comments, and actually if there's any readings as well, specific readings that you would like me to be doing, do kind of put those in the comments too, so that I have a list of reading subjects and I do go through it whenever I'm preparing to do my pick a card readings. So let me know what you would like. Beautiful souls, tons of love, and I will see you again for another reading really soon.